How did Ryan Leslie become financially free? We will be covering his music and investments. Starting with some background, Ryan Leslie, born Anthony Ryan Leslie, is a music producer, artist, and businessman coming from Washington, D.C. Growing up, Ryan Leslie would find interest in music, trying to learn multiple instruments, but eventually stuck with the piano. At 14 years old, he scored a perfect score on his SATs, causing him to leave high school early junior year to go to school at Harvard University. By 19, he would have a degree in government from Harvard, just showcasing the genius and hard work that came. While Ryan was completing his degree, he knew that his interest lies in the music industry, so once he finished, he got to work trying to make connections, having internships, management deals, anything to get his name out. Things would go according to his plan because I'm here talking about him today, almost 20 years after his break in the industry. Now, before we talk about investments, we need to talk about the music and label. Going into music, Ryan Leslie has released 7 projects in total so far, of which 5 are studio albums. As a producer, Ryan has credits with Britney Spears, Cassie, LL Cool J, Mary J. Blige, Diddy, Beyonce, and many more. He didn't stick to one genre on his come up, which allowed him to branch off into many directions. For these financially free videos, I typically go through the artist's gold and platinum tracks, but when doing research, I found something a lot better. While Ryan Leslie has released 5 albums, only 3 are on digital streaming platforms. His last 2 albums, Black Mozart and Mozart, are not for a few reasons. Ryan Leslie did not release those albums on DSPs in order to build a stronger fan base and capitalize on his independency. Using his company's superphone, Ryan was able to direct market and text fans about albums, merchandise, and news for a few reasons. 1. Direct messaging would strengthen his connection with fans, providing a more personal experience. And 2. This also allows him to create a ledger of fans willing to buy his music separately. This is important because it separates a streaming listener to a buying listener. Both are important, but when you know your audience that is willing to go the extra mile, having their information makes selling a lot easier. Data on your listeners or customers for a business is key. From direct texting his fans, building those connections, Ryan Leslie was able to make $2 million. He sold 17,000 copies for the Black Mozart album, and with the listener data built from texting connections, Ryan could retarget them for future projects, tours, merch, and more, leading to that $2 million earned. An incredible marketing tactic that showcases the power of fan connections. As for his label situation, Ryan Leslie first signed a management deal with Diddy and Bad Boy Records in 2003. This would allow him to build up those connections still early in his career, leading him to his next deal with Universal Music Group that same year. Ryan had a 4-album deal with the label, but after 2 albums, Universal had plans to restructure his deal into a 360 deal, causing him to use that as an opportunity to go independent by 2010. Now fully independent, Ryan Leslie would run the label he started in 2005, Next Selection Lifestyle Group, which is where the rest of his music would be released, including the 2 albums not found on digital streaming platforms. Overall, when we talk about music, Ryan Leslie came into the game in his own way, controlling how he would find success. This would be done by carefully choosing label deals to grow his brand, leaving when he had the chance, and using different marketing tactics than the industry norm to build better connections with fans, in turn leading to more success. Now that we have talked about music, we can talk about my favorite section, investments. The first investment comes from a great story shared in 2021. Back in 2009, Ryan Leslie took advice from a mentor at the time to invest $100,000 into Apple. A few years later, that $100,000 turned into $350,000, and Ryan thought he was ready to cash out to buy something nice for his mom. However, his mentor told him if he did that, they would shake hands, and he would never teach him anything again. Well, Ryan took that seriously, and now that $100,000 investment into Apple is worth $16 million. On why mentorship is so important, Ryan Leslie had to say, "If it was up to me, I'm looking in the mirror and thinking, man, I'm smart, I made a great investment. It's given me a great return, but sometimes the lens of expertise and the lens of experience can actually provide you wings that allow you to fly further than you can fly on your own." I think that is a wonderful statement because it shares the importance of perspective. Yes, Ryan Leslie made a great return with the $350,000, but through a different perspective, his mentor knew that would be worth a lot more in the future. The next investment I want to talk about comes in the form of investing into an investing platform. In January 2022, Ryan Leslie was a part of the $2.5 million seed round investment into TribeVest. TribeVest is a platform meant to create group investments between family and friends. This allows you to pool money together, create a group, have less risk, and manage joint investments. I think this is a necessary platform as it allows more people to get involved with investing in a new way. Not everyone has the funds to build investments themselves, and having a group to do this can build everyone up. This still is a newer investment. However, TribeVest has been growing with over 1.3 thousand groups on the platform, investing with over 30 million. There is a lot of potential here for investors using the platform and Ryan Leslie in the back end. The last investment I want to quickly cover for Ryan Leslie was into Walker & Company back in 2015. He was a part of a $24 million Series B investment round in the then Black-owned beauty and grooming company. This would turn out to be a great investment for Ryan Leslie because just a few years later in 2018, Walker & Company was sold to Procter & Gamble for between 20 and 40 million. While I know that is a big difference, either way, Ryan Leslie should have made a solid return from this exit. Overall, when we talk about investments, Ryan Leslie made millions from music, but he made even more from using that money for investing. This area has been a major focus over the past decade, with new investments popping up every year and Ryan providing great information to those wanting to learn. He has built up a diverse portfolio that has the numbers to back up success. I only scratched the surface. This leads me to the question, what is next for Ryan Leslie? As for music, it's been since 2019 when he last released an EP. I do believe we will get more in the future. He is a musician at heart, and I wouldn't be surprised if we got something soon. Ryan Leslie is still connecting with fans through text messages to build that connection we have talked about. That will continue to be useful in the future. A big focus over the past few years has been on investing. I think this is where we will get a lot of Ryan Leslie news, whether he is entering a new investment or exiting one with a big payday. He has been providing mentorship to some, giving back what helped him so much, which is amazing to see. What is next for Ryan Leslie? Continuing to build up his career in both music and investments, as he is overall an excellent businessman. In summary, Ryan Leslie paved a way for himself starting early on in his life, completing a degree at Harvard University by 19 years old. He is a digital marketing pioneer, using various tactics like text messaging, core fans, or even making classic videos that can be found on YouTube. From this, Ryan Leslie was able to take full control of his independent career to become financially free. And that is how Ryan Leslie became financially free. I hope you found this video informational. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, as well as let me know who I should talk about next. Shout out to The F Dream for recommending this video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.